Hi everyone, it's Sandra with a filthy hand. Wendy and I are out here. My sister Wendy and I are out here. She is behind the camera today, and we are out here looking at Cinderella. Look at these worms. My goodness, we're no longer in the greenhouse. These worms are still right up top, feeding away, or at least looking for food. There's my cute little feeding zone indicator, Prince Charming. Wendy was the one who gave me Prince Charming. So just set him aside. The last two times I've been talking about the need to do a harvest out of Cinderella, I let the mass build up in this bin because she was in the greenhouse, and the bulk of the bin helped moderate the temperatures so that the worms always had a place to go and they weren't going to get caught up in the crispy stuff on the top. But now that we are outside in cooler temperatures, I'm just looking at how much volume is in this bin and going, we really need to pare it down. And so I'm going to use existing bin carbon, I think, with this feeding so that I don't contribute a lot of bulk. And I see a lot of people who don't add carbon with feedings, and I almost always do. But you see what I've done here is I've just brushed some dry carbon aside, and I'm going to actually feed over here. And yeah, look at the compression. This needs a harvest, definitely needs a harvest out of here. Yes, there are still flower stems in here. There's still Landon's haircut in here with the worms in the hair. In fact, I just fed another haircut last time. So there's all of this stuff still in here, but it needs to go. It really needs to come out. It's the remnants of a road trip fork. So, the worms are busy, but the downside is that every time I feed, the bin just keeps getting deeper and deeper. And so the castings are getting more and more compressed as I go deeper and deeper into this bin. And they're actually hard to turn over from the bottom. I see a few little bits of straw that I fed last time or 2 times ago. But yeah, there's the haircut again. This is the new haircut that I gave last time. So all of this will go, but I just need to stop adding to the bulk of the bin. And so what I'm going to do today is I will use this side edge. I'm just trying to get a little bit more room. Pull back the compressed castings. Sorry, I moved the bin, Wendy. Pulled the compressed castings back a little bit more. Grab this dry carbon that I set aside. And we're going to use that, basically reuse the old carbon as in the bin, so that it's already inoculated, so we've got that going for us. It's not going to contribute to the bulk of this bin. I'm not going to add new carbon. I'm just going to use the existing carbon of the bin because I need to reduce the bulk of this bin. I don't want to add to it anymore. All right, I've got a really stinky, wet feeding, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about it. I don't have any dry food. We'll see if we get some peppers. There's peppers. This is a bell pepper with lots of seeds. It has been previously frozen, but we'll see if Cinderella grows us some peppers. There's already eggshell grit mixed into that. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to just pull that over. I don't see any more dry carbon to speak of, maybe a few little bits, a few little leaves and whatnot. I'm just going to pull it over and make Cinderella's worms eat their existing carbon to clean off their plate. And already one of them is voting by fleeing, saying, I don't like this. No, just kidding. So already that wanderer up the wall, we're going to have to catch him before we close up. But I've leveled out the feeding. I can push that dry carbon right down. There we go. put Prince Charming back. Look at all these cocoons on the surface. So we're going to see what Cinderella does in terms of eating up that leftover carbon, and I think next time definitely we're going to have to do a harvest. All right, so let's get this fellow off the wall. And it's bye from me, bye from Wendy, and bye from Cinderella.